Hi there, I'm going to take you through a standing yoga flow today. This is great to be done at your kitchen countertop. You could also do it at your desk. You could even do some of the things sitting in your desk chair. It's a great way to be able to fit in some movement without feeling like you need to find a half an hour for exercise. This is about 12 minutes long to get the body moving, blood flowing. Take a few deep breaths and be able to go back to your day a little bit more focused with a little less tension in the body. So we're going to start standing at the kitchen sink, your hands, or a kitchen counter. Your hands can rest on the counter. Roll the shoulders up and release them down. And then with the shoulders released, take a few breaths here, expanding through the ribs and the upper back. And then start to walk your feet back behind you, so keeping your hands on the countertop or even gripped around the sink. Pressing the hips back so your body's making like an L shape here. Taking a few breaths, maybe bending the knees a little bit. Make sure that the head is staying up in line between the arms. You don't want your head to drop down. That puts some stress on the neck and takes away the stretch in the back. So even pressing your palms into the counter will help you to get a little bit more engagement through the back. You can bend both knees or one knee, or you can keep your knees straight. Sometimes it's nice to get a little bit of movement into it. You can rock your hips side to side, shifting the weight from one foot to the other. This is really just a great way to get some mobility through the body, whatever feels good for you. Walk your feet in just a little bit, lifting the chest forward. Coming into a standing plank position, pulling the low belly in, tailbones tucking down. Let the shoulders relax away. And then reach the chest through as you gaze up. And then round the back, pressing the countertop away, letting your head drop down. Really rounding through the back. And then as you inhale, drop the shoulders down, reach the chest forward, lift the head a bit, opening up through the front body and getting mobility through the spine. Then tucking the low back and pelvis, rounding through the spine, pressing the counter away, letting the chin drop towards the chest, rounding through the upper back. Pausing there just to let the stretch, and then coming forward, rising up on the toes, walking the feet out just a little bit to come into a plank pose, tucking the tailbone, pulling the low belly in, letting the shoulder blades draw down the back, so you're taking any tension out of the neck here. And walk the feet back in and shift the hips side to side, getting a little bit of opening through the whole body here. So you're just going to move so that you have countertop in front of you if you're by the sink, placing the hands on the countertop, and start to slide the hands forward. So you're really extending through the arms, letting them rest on the countertop. You may want to walk your feet in, just depending on what you're feeling here. So this is like a child's pose at the kitchen counter. So You want to feel a little bit through the back and the backs of the shoulders here as you breathe in, feeling the upper back expand. And as you breathe out, settling down. Then you're going to slide the arms back in. Put your right hand on top of your left hand. And then at an angle, slide the left hand out in front of you, letting the head reach down so you're getting a big stretch through the right side body here. As you breathe in, you want to really feel the right side of your ribs expanding. Taking a few deep breaths here. Sliding the hands back in, and we'll take that same thing on the other side. So walk the right hand over to the right, place the left hand on top, and reach the hands forward. Head releases down, so it's about in line with your arms. You don't want it drooping down towards the floor. And just like on the other side, trying to keep the hips square, and as you breathe in, expanding through the left side. If I keep the hips square, I just mean you don't want to have the hips start rotating to the right as well. You want them both facing the countertop still. And sliding the arms back in, coming back to center. And with the hands on the counter, we're going to do some stretching through the upper back. Reach the right arm back behind you, out to the right, and then reach it under the body over to the left, rotating through the upper back. Inhaling as you open to the right, and exhaling as you reach through to the left, letting your head follow your hands, your whole spine's rotating to the right, and exhaling as you rotate to the left. Bring that right hand back to the counter, and we'll take that on the left side. Take a little reset here if you need to release the shoulders down from the ears. Inhaling to reach the left arm up and back. Exhaling, reach the left arm through over to the right. Inhale, opening up. And exhale, reaching through to the left. To the right with the left. Inhale, opening through the chest. And exhale, reaching through. This is a great one if you only have a moment that really gets a full body stretch here. And then you can reach through one more time. And let the left hand come down to meet the right. Walking the hands or the feet in a little bit so that you can have your right knee pressing against the countertop. The cabinet, not the countertop. Really pressing the knee in, and inhale, reach the arms up. So we're taking a standing balance here. Tailbone is heavy, low belly's pulling in. You can always keep your hands down on the counter if you need to for balance. And then we're all going to bring the left hand down to the counter at about the center of our body. And reach the right arm back behind you so you're taking a twist through the spine here. Bring the right hand back to center. Release the right knee down. Let the hands settle onto the counter and walk the feet back, taking that stretch through the upper back and through the hamstring. So this is actually kind of like a modified downward facing dog, so not having to get down onto the ground at all. Getting a nice stretch head to toe. You can even lift your toes up a little bit off the floor if you want to deepen the stretch that you're feeling. Just go by how your body feels. And then start to walk the feet back in. Bring the left knee up to the cabinet, pressing the left knee in. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, shoulder blades drawing down and together. Our tendency is always for those shoulders to end up at the ears. That's just where most of us tend to hold our tension. Let the hands come down to the countertop. Right hand comes to the center of the body and reach the left arm back behind you. Twisting over to the left. Let the left hand come down, the left knee come down. And then walk the feet back, keeping the hands on the countertop, rocking the hips side to side. You can go back to bending and straightening the knees. Just letting yourself take a few deep breaths here. So often during the day, we just don't take the time to breathe. So just pausing here for these last few seconds of your yoga practice to take those deep breaths and start to walk the feet in, release the hands, and you can get back to your day.